Let's make a casserole using homemade French onion soup. Diced up about 6 Vidalia onions, throw them in a pot with about a stick of butter and a little bit of olive oil. Seasoned it with some different seasonings and let those onions cook down really good. Now, I did only use 1 bay leaf and about 1/4 cup of the cooking wine, 2 or 3 sprigs of thyme, and about a cup of beef broth. I added sour cream after it had been cooking down for a little while just to give it a more creamy consistency. Gave that a good stir, put the lid back on it, and I just let that cook on high, scraping the bottom every now and then. You're wanting that bottom to kind of caramelize and those onions to cook down really well. So it should be boiling the entire time. While I did that, I went ahead and cooked up about 2 pounds of ground beef, and I added the ground beef to the mixture. Now, it didn't have the consistency I wanted, so I did go ahead and add just a little bit more beef broth just to mix that in really good and make sure that the ground beef was completely covered. And so that's what I'm doing here, just giving it a good stir. And then I'm going to throw in a bag of frozen green beans. Now, you can use the canned green beans if you want, but I prefer frozen when I'm doing any kind of casserole. And then I added some cheese. Now, you can use any kind of cheese you want. This is just what I had. And threw that on in there and gave it a good stir. And then once this mixture has the cheese is completely melted in it, then I threw it into a casserole dish and just spread it out evenly. Now, this next step you can skip if you're not wanting to eat potatoes, but we did potatoes and onions and bell peppers. I had fried those up, so I removed them from the pan and then topped the casserole with it, as well as some more cheese. Threw that in the oven on broil just to get that cheese a good melty and bubbly, and time to eat. Now, this was something that I just created, so I was very excited. Brett ate 2 bowls, and he never does, but that just tells you how good it was. So we plated it up in some bowls and topped it with Texas Pete